So just based on those two things, either going to be Belgium or France. Hi and welcome to another daily challenge video. Yesterday I had a very good score in Rwanda. 3 rounds where I was a bit far away in Indonesia, Sweden and Germany, and then 1 in Uruguay where I was way off, and I ended up with a silver score of 15,900 points. I am playing with no move on Zoom. Let's see how I do today. Let's go. Okay, with this one, we are most likely going to be in Indonesia or Malaysia, I think, with the black number plates. We can also see a steering wheel here, so we're driving on the left. We have a house number, but it doesn't really tell us much. Can't see any Indonesian flags. I think it's more likely that we are in Malaysia, although I'm not entirely sure. I think also the satellite dishes are pointing a bit more to the south than I would expect in Indonesia. At least in most places in Indonesia. So I'm going to go Malaysia. I'm going to go down in Johor and hope I'm close. Okay, not too bad. So in Malaysia. This one, there isn't really anything for me to go on. The only thing, I can't see much of the car or the road. There are some trees. I would say based on just the road surface and these railings here, I would say we are maybe Russia, maybe Ukraine. So I'm gonna go Ukraine. Let's go somewhere barely in the middle. Okay, it was Russia. So as I said, there wasn't really that much to go on for me. Here we have an EU tag on that car there. We have some Waffle poles. So just based on those two things, either going to be Belgium or France. If it was Belgium, I would expect the license plate to look a bit more reddish. So I think most likely France. But there isn't really anything else to suggest where we are. But I would say France. I'm going to go a bit north to be not too far from Belgium as well. Okay, France it was. So a good score. Okay, we're driving on the left here. We can see an English word high as well. It says fire risk high. The landscape could look either Scottish or Irish. Not entirely sure. I think we are in the UK, but if we are in Northern Ireland or somewhere like Scotland, not entirely sure. Possibly Wales as well. But you get a bit of a island vibe here, or Northern Ireland vibe. But one thing as well with these formations here, they look similar to what you see in coastal areas in Denmark. So you might have quite a sandy soil, and there isn't really that much of a there isn't really that much vegetation, so only a few bushes and small trees. So probably a very windy location. So 2 locations that it could be, especially with the road going east-west, and if this is a closer beach, so we have a beach on the north side, so either along here, so along the A149 possibly, or in Northern Ireland along one of these roads here. So it's a bit hard to say which one. So if you look at this area, for instance, we're looking west. It could fit with here, although there is no there's no railroad as far as I can tell, so probably not there. I don't know what the landscape is like around here. I still think it's Northern Ireland because I think the area around Norfolk, sorry, East Anglia, I think that's much more, or much flatter. So I'm going to go Northern Ireland. Okay, I didn't even think it was one of the islands. So this is on Anglesey. No, sorry, not Anglesey. On by Lindisfarne. Anglesey is in Wales. Did not think it was there. Lindisfarne is obviously famous for start of the Viking era, with the attack on the monastery in Lindisfarne. So interesting location. We had a few interesting locations yesterday as well, especially the one in Silt, which I've never been to Silt, but I have extended family who live there and are from there. But it's not somewhere I've been. Finally, I can see a tiny bit of Spanish there. This Google car, some to the north. They're most likely Argentina somewhere. This car I've seen, I think I've mainly seen in the north of Argentina. But even though it's relatively flat, which could indicate we're much further south, I'm going to go up here somewhere. So, around here. Okay, it was much further south, but in Argentina. So another silver score. Very good round in Malaysia. I was happy with that one. The ones in France and the UK a bit far away, and obviously 2 in Argentina and Russia way off. But still a good score. So I'm happy with that. As always, if you like these videos and would like to see some more, please consider subscribing to the channel, also hitting the like button and leaving a comment. And I shall see you again tomorrow for another daily challenge. Bye.